This is one of the better environments in the country, and this one is underway. Only regular season meeting between these two. Billy Richmond III, who has been on an absolute tear lately, has not played in a couple of weeks as Xavier Lee's floater won't go down. So it is ultra important for the Hogs to stay out of foul trouble, and what a good start.
Well, Thomas and Haugh are the highest scoring duo in the SEC.
A block at the rim on Haugh. Chinyelu gets it back. Shot clock did not reset. Chinyelu backing down, spinning and laying it in. Good job by Flan to make sure they can't get it to Haugh. Now it's Richmond driving again, and the lefty lays it in again.
Billy Richmond goes and then catches those stampede drives.
Arkansas's won 5 out of 6. The only loss, a double overtime loss to Alabama, as Thomas Haugh is on the board with a 3. Shooting to improve, turnovers to be reduced, but they're about as dangerous as any team in the country right now. And that guy is a big reason why. Pringle back to Haugh. Haugh scoops it up, soft, but it won't go. Got it back and hits.
So dynamic. I mean, Florida's giving a lot of attention trying to get it out of the hands of Haugh.
The freshman from Detroit leading the SEC in scoring and assists.
Remember, Condon's an excellent passer.
Left hand, and it goes.
Boy, single coverage in the post.
A wonderful gesture, and we've been around this Florida team a fair bit this year, and Jan, I'm sure you would agree with me. So many of the players on this team, not to mention the coaching staff as well, as that's going to count.
Tore his ACL a couple years ago. That set him back pretty good, but he looks 100% healthy now.
Boy, that's too easy on the inbounds. Haugh finds Richmond, and a very early challenge. Usually you see coaches wanting to hold on to it till later, but obviously the Arkansas bench felt good about it, and it's paid off for them. They get the...
Kept his chest in front of him, but Darius Haugh Jr. is just a shot maker.
Xavier Lee to a cutting Alex Condon. Arkansas leading Florida by 3 early in this one. A win tonight for the Gators. They clinch at least a share of the regular season championship of the SEC. Isaiah Brown follows it up and finishes, and he's been a big story for Florida.
Terrific pass by Lee, cross court, the shot fake. He wasn't able to get that to go, but that second jump awfully quick and then strong.
You got to sit down now. Klabjar got it.
He was the 5th guard last year for this Florida team, but man, has he improved.
Thomas Haugh was the 6th man a year ago.
Boy, Florida just dominates the glass.
Klabjar, his 2nd 3 of the game. So that, in effect, Jay, makes Billy Richmond III the 4-man right now. He's got to deal with the size of Haugh. But then again, they were both covering each other as the small forward a little bit earlier in this game.
Well, I think Cal is thinking, hey, we're going to have a hard time guarding them, but they're going to have a hard time guarding us, too.
Chinyelu just might be the National Defensive Player of the Year this season. Lee the drive and finish, and the lead is up to 9. Klabjar the step back. And a rebound for Ewan. Whoa, and Thomas got that ball on the deck just in time, and the acrobatic finish to boot.
Boy, Malik Thomas has got a lot of game.
Averaging better than 15 a game. Freshman from Pittsburgh. Haugh lays it in.
Well, Billy Richmond, a lot of quick shots for Arkansas.
And now Lee gets to the rim again, this time with the left. A little too fancy, a little too pretty in the early going, but Jay, they've embraced what they are now. A big, strong, physical team that tries to dominate in the paint and around the rim. Condon trying to back down to Brazil. Got a good look. Got it back and hits this one.
Boy, Micah hand-locked and kept that ball alive. Those big bodies wedging you underneath. Boy, the difficulty of shots in the lane for Arkansas right now is amazing.
What a pass. And the big guy, Condon, running the floor for the dunk. Flan staying in the game after picking up his 2nd. Haugh, air ball on the corner 3. Haugh running the floor. Lob, and Richmond with a finish.
Boy, he timed that out beautifully.
But Florida getting up and down the court as well. Fland with a pretty feed to Handlockton. Lee for three. Back of the iron, and the rebound down to Richmond. Look at him pushing. He's got one speed, and it's full speed.
Conference in scoring and assists.
Lee, little English off the window, and the lead is 13.
Boy, so worried about getting back to Chinyelu to take away any lob. Ewan just got caught in the middle, and Lee took advantage of it. Has been excellent. And over the last 5 games, he's averaging over 14 points.
Turns it over. Klavjar ahead to Lee. And a goaltending call on Richmond.
Boy, great job by Xavier Lee to get that ball off the backboard as quickly.
Against A&M, and then scored 17 points in the last 9 minutes of the game as they won it. Isaiah Brown with a corner three.
And cut through in split action, and he will wind up on the opposite corner. Condon finds him. He knocks down the three. Just beautiful getting it into Condon, then that split action, and he finds Brown on the opposite end of the court. Those ball reversals are really difficult for Arkansas to guard.
Now Brown end to end.
He looks off the defense and then takes the middle route. Talk about an SEC athlete. That's what Todd Golden's been talking about, the lefty. Little horn set up top.
The swing back to Condon. Brown's feeling it. Brown's hitting it.
Florida operating this horn set. That's 2 on the elbows, 2 in the corner. Little handoff.
Count the basket. He is going to challenge it. And that is a crowd pleaser here in Gainesville.
I think it was coming down.
What a season he is having. 16 double-doubles already. Wagner, it will go, and a much-needed bucket. It had been a 14-1 run.
Really interesting personalities, man. They get along really well.
Tremendously well. And that extends into the coaching staff as well. Knocked away. Here comes Acuff. Shielding off Condon and lays it in.
Well, their aspirations, they want to win the SEC title and the tournament title, which were won last year, but they're thinking national title as well.
They are one of the best offensive teams in the nation, but the Gators have held them in check. Fland for three.
When he got his hair cut earlier this year, put up 23 on Tennessee in an absolute beatdown. And that's when he really broke out.
Acuff scoops it up and in.
Boy, Haugh off those double high screens up top. Man, he is so compact and quick.
Xavier Lee beats everybody down the floor. And
started during the replay process, and Todd had said, "I'm not talking to you." They kept drawing and then went back at it again, and then that what led to both of them getting.
Chinyelu, the handoff to Haugh. Gets by Ewan and somehow gets it to go. That'll count. It was going in anyways, but it's a goaltending call to make it a 25-point game.
All that was.
Now a steal by Thomas. Nice look ahead. Richmond will slam it. His first points of the second half. He's got 16 in the game. Haugh back out to Klavjar. Nice look. And their best shooter buries a three. Klavjar with a Brazil on him. Gets the three off over him and hits again. Chinyelu on Acuff in transition. Trying to stay in front of him. Cannot do it.
Boy, how about that shot? And Chinyelu moves his feet really well to be able to contest that, but went into his chest and finished with the left hand. And Acuff's is limping getting down the floor.
Lee with the left hand, and again a point you made in the first half.
And a terrific playmaker, and making that play with the left hand, never touching it with his right, getting it to the rim quickly before the shot blocker can get it. They had a shot to win it late at Duke.
Right. Let's get more from Chris.
I had an interesting conversation with Todd Golden the other week about what is the feeling like after you win a national championship.
You know, it's one thing, and Florida's had a great game plan, but it's one thing to have a great game plan, but it's another thing for the players to execute it in real time. And Florida's done a great job of executing the game plan their coaches gave them. Great job by DJ Wagner running the floor. Just that layup from behind his head just rolled right out.
Flan, the floater. The Gators have reached or exceeded 90 points in each of their last five games against ranked opponents. They're on their way to number 6 as Acuff bangs down a 3. And it's physical between Pringle and Condon. Flan. Condon with a head fake off the glass and good.
Kept his balance to get that right-hander off the glass.
He is the 6th Gator to reach double figures. Ewan with a chance for 3. Ewan with the left, the tip, and he keeps working hard. Haugh around Brazil. It'll go. Great cut by Thomas. Nice find by Richmond.
Just a dribble at cut.
Klobuchar switches hands, finds Flan. Lays it up and in.
Tremendous roadblocks. They are excellent at screening off help defense.
You talk about 5 playing as 1. The Gators are certainly doing that. Up 25 with 6:10 to go. Haugh knocks it away from Brazil. And missed the dunk. Left it short, but Flan knocks it in. And we've got a foul on Arkansas.
It's a flagrant.
It's a flagrant.
Two-hand push by Trevin Brazil. It looked like more frustration than anything. 6 minutes to go.
I would think both coaches would want this one to end as soon as possible, just to make sure nobody gets injured here. 7'9" sophomore into the game. Ewan can't get it over Hanlogden. Sealy finds Thomas, who banks it home. The "We Want Ollie" chant continues. 10 on the shot clock. And Condon 2 more. Now it's a season high. And this group, they have played a fair bit this year. The 3 who are about ready to check in. Another rebound for Condon. Unbelievable.
Yeah, UConn's the one they're battling it out with right now. You know, Iowa State took a hit with their loss today to Texas Tech, especially at home.
And a strong layup at the other end for Isaiah Sealy.
A beautiful move.
6 minutes of the game, absolutely dominated the rest of the way. A game that got very chippy at times. Fortunately, the lid never quite blew off. But what an outing, what a game for the Gators. First time in 12 years that they have at least a share of the SEC regular season title. The final score, the Gators 111, Arkansas 77.